All right, hello. Leading up to my 1000 days challenge. This is day 601, so let's get things started. All right, so first and foremost, across the board, S&P 500 looks to be a little bit consolidating right now. Not necessarily a bad thing. So for S&P 500, small rejection of the 200-day simple moving average. But unless the sell pressure picks up, I would still say that the momentum definitely has shifted and that the potential short-term kind of bottom looks to be likely to be formed in that essence, in that sense. And similarly for Nasdaq-wise, even though we are right now not above any of the key moving averages of 200 exponential simple moving average on the daily chart, the consolidation right below is still a good sign because it goes to show there is a lack of a selling pressure right now. So both are exhibiting good sign in that sense. And until both of them break above and stay above the 200-day simple and exponential moving average, tentatively there still is a higher chance that we could see a short-term kind of a bearish momentum or downside in that sense. All right, so that's bearing in mind. But after all, I mean, in essence, what I would say is that it's definitely a good opportunity to invest for both US market right now and even for the Chinese market. So let's see how things goes. And then for ASHR KWEB, I would say right now both of them is rejection of the key horizontal resistance. But the key thing here I'd like to point out is that there's a lack of selling pressure right now, and things is potentially seeing that there could still be people selling off, but the main thing is the fact that there's also a lack of a strong selling pressure and people is less likely to sell at a lower price, and they could be just willing to put in limit orders to sell off because they're just trying to reduce their position in that sense. So in my point of view, I will still be bullish into it, but because I've already reached the maximum allocation for my China market portfolio itself, I'm keeping in terms of alignment for that. So for me, but my portfolio balancing works slightly differently in the essence that it's more of how much money I put in, but I'm actually going to reallocate how I'm going to calculate that kind of a percentage in that sense. But that's a story for another day in that sense. All right, finally for Bitcoin itself, we have very nice clear bullish market structure on the 4-hour chart. So I did enter a long setup on the shorter time frame itself, but on the longer time frame, as you can see over here, there isn't a very nice like an ABC corrective pattern. It would be too risky to enter a long setup simply because of a too wide risk to reward if you're looking on the 4-hour chart itself. So I say, let me take for example. So if I were to enter somewhat like the breakout over here itself, my stop loss will be somewhere along here. And in which case, I will be looking to take profit at least at around the 46K region itself. But I did mention that around the 44.5K to 45K region itself, 45.5K region is definitely a key resistance that we would yet to be seen. So let's see how things goes. Definitely, I would like it to break above, but bear in mind that there's still a very strong chance that we could face rejection above that, especially on the first try, because this is the first time, this is the second time. Very likelihood, I do see potential sell-off pressure just around there. And the question is, how strong would it be? And would the buying pressure be enough to push past it on the very first try? All right, so otherwise, that's more or less about it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, anyway, just to add a little bit, basically on the 1-hour chart, I do see, or shorter time frame, I do see potential setup. So on the longer time frame, reason being I don't see potential setup is because of a poor risk to reward setup in that sense. And you potentially have to take profit in the 45K region itself, giving to a very poor risk to reward setup, even if it does hit. All right, so that's it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.